Hello and welcome to Tech Deals, game performance review time, Witcher 3. We're going to be playing Witcher 3 on this Dell Inspiron 7000 series gaming laptop computer. Now, I have previously reviewed this computer. The link to that review will be in the video description below, but the short version is Intel i5 4-core, 4-thread, 6th generation processor. Great CPU. 8 gigabytes of system RAM, 256 gigabyte solid state drive, wicked fast boot times, NVidia GTX 960M graphics card. That's really the coup de grace of this thing, is the fact that it has got a dedicated gaming graphics card with 4 gigabytes of dedicated video RAM. Awesome machine, $800. I highly recommend it. At this price point, you get so much for the money. Now, Witcher 3, two things. First of all, I have all the graphic settings down to low. I have post-processing set to low. I have main graphics set to low. Everything's turned off. Why? This is a brand new high-end demanding game. And to be honest, the GTX 960, as good as it is on the lower end of dedicated gaming graphics cards for laptop computers. I have Fraps running. You'll see the frame counter up here. And we are at the very beginning of the game in the tutorial level, so this is as good as it's ever going to get. And as you get further into the game and have more stuff going on, it's only going to go downhill from here. We are running at full HD or 1080p. And we are doing the running the walls, the tutorial, just to show you what the world looks like. We're at 49, 48 frames per second. .45 frames a second. Is this playable? Yes. But keep in mind, we're not doing anything except running around the world. We're not fighting bad guys. There's no big monsters. Now I'm going to pause this really quick. All right, we're doing about 45 frames per second. In certain scenes, standing looking at a wall or nothing much going on, it gets up to 60 frames a second. I can tell you this is going to hit 30 frames per second really fast as soon as stuff actually happens, as soon as we get out into the world, as soon as we're fighting things. It's definitely going to go downhill. Is it playable? Yes. Is it what I would consider to be an excellent experience? Not really. Would I personally want to play this game at this resolution on this machine? No, but I say that because I have a desktop computer with more performance, which is really where this should be played. Where this game would be running beautiful would be on a laptop that has a 970M instead of a 960M. Unfortunately, those machines cost twice as much more. A really nice, for example, ASUS Republic of Gamers machine with the GTX 970M is going to run you $1,500. That's basically double the price of this almost. I'm going to come in here to options and I'm going to change go into video, graphics, and I'm going to change the resolution down to 720p. And the reason and now we've seen what it takes to make this run properly. Not only are we at 60 frames a second, but we're at a stable 60 frames per second. And the game is so responsive now. When I press the buttons, my character moves. What I will say is that at 720p, with all the detail at low, this is totally playable. So here's the question. Are you willing to lower the resolution to 720p in order to play it at smooth speed on this computer? Or are you willing to accept less performance at 1080p? Or you could try 900p, which is an intermediate resolution. It's 1600 by 900. You could try that as well. What I will say is that having played around with this for a bit, at 720p, absolutely you can play this game. But I would toss the thought out that you're buying an $800 computer with a nice 1080p IPS screen, what, to play the game at half resolution? Because that's what 720p is half. 1080p is 2 million pixels. 1920 by 1080 is 2 million pixels. 1280 by 720 is 1 million pixels. So you're playing the game at half resolution. Now, as you watch this being filmed, I'm filming a monitor from across the room that, depending on what you're watching this on, may look perfectly good. But keep in mind, if you're watching this on a 1080p screen, this is filling up only a portion of the screen. It actually probably looks fine. Okay, it does look fine. If you compare this to games from 5 years ago, it actually looks like they used to look. It's just that we're in 2016, and if you're expecting a next-generation gaming experience, well, in terms of laptops, you've got to spend more money to get that. So 720p, yes. 1080p, maybe, with all the details set to low. Do I recommend it? Well, not really. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's a personal preference. This is a good example of the limitations of this level of gaming machine. You can go higher and you get more performance. Now, if you go lower and get a non-dedicated gaming card, you can't play this stuff at all. If you go down to, say, a $500 laptop with integrated graphics, there's no chance in the world. So, what do you think? Was this video helpful? Was this a nice overview? Do you want to see more to this game, or was this enough to basically give you the idea? If so, like it. If not, that's okay. Questions, comments, thoughts, feedback, suggestions, leave it in the section below. Is there something else you want to see with this game on this machine? Let me know. I think this is enough. I think basically I've covered it. 720p, yes. 1080p, maybe. Low details. That's really the short version of it. Remember to subscribe to my channel. The big red button is down there unless you've already subscribed. Thank you very much. And I will see you in the next video.